Thanks to TORRAS for sponsoring this video. Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and I have the latest flagship from Samsung, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and we are very close to 1 million subscribers, so if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, I have a lot more content coming soon, including the rest of the Galaxy S26 lineup. Also, I will link to the best trade-in deals and pre-order deals. You can get a bunch of money on a bunch of different devices. I'll link to that right down below. Anyways, let's dive into it. We're gonna check what comes in the box, get some hands-on with this phone, check out the new privacy screen, and a lot more. Let's get started. Here's the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Samsung actually gave me the new cobalt violet color, and there it is. We'll take a closer look in just a second. Let's see what else we get. Inside, standard booklet. You have a USB Type-C to Type-C cable for charging, plus a SIM ejection tool. And that is everything. So on to what you came to see, the new Galaxy S26 Ultra. Right away, I'm noticing the more rounded corners as opposed to more sharp or flat, but it's much more comfortable against the palm. While the phone boots up, let's take a closer look at this hardware. Down at the bottom, you've got your SIM card slot microphone, USB Type-C port, one of your speakers. Yes, it still does include an S Pen, but I want to point something out. Since the corners are more rounded, the S Pen has two sides to it, so to speak, a more flat side, and then you'll see a rounded side. So if you want it to sit flush with the phone like so, you actually need to put it in a certain way, whereas if you put it in upside down, you'll notice it still will lock in place, it still works just fine, but you'll see it sort of just kind of sticks out like this. It's pretty easy to tell which way to put it in though, because it does have a button on the pen, so the button side always goes up, and you'll just have to remember that. Anyways, along the right side is where the power button, volume rockers are. Not a huge camera bump by any means, but there definitely is still one, and it's just in one corner. And then up towards the top here, we've got more microphones. Along the left side, just absolutely nothing. Flipping it over, a closer look at that cobalt violet color Samsung logo down there, and here is our camera system. You have a 200 megapixel main wide angle lens, a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, and then two telephotos, a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto. Now that our phone's all booted up, I'm gonna run through the startup process to about anything that's noteworthy. You set a lock screen, whether it's a pin or pattern, you can actually hide it from other people. I'll show that off in just a second, but for now, you can set up that in-display fingerprint scanner as well. Just setting our thumb down, lift, and press again. These have gotten really good, really accurate. I have no worries. This is an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner as well. The haptics feel really good with the feedback on the fingerprint scanner. There you go. You can add more if you'd like. They've made improvements to Galaxy AI, and there's a lot of different features across the board, including call screening, plus Now Nudge as well. That's new. It'll depend on what's on your screen. It'll suggest actions. We're all set and ready to go. Let's check out this brand new flagship phone. Close look at that 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED display, 1 to 120 hertz. I can tell it's enabled. I do want to jump into settings and point something out. Out of the box, if you go into display settings, the screen resolution is set to 1080p. So if you do want to take full advantage of that 1440p resolution, you will need to apply it out of the box. This will obviously drain your battery a little bit faster, but again, you really want to take full advantage of that resolution. And since it's such a big new feature, let's dive right into it. Privacy display. I can just turn it on and off. It's a quick toggle. You'll notice it sort of dims the screen. You can see a difference, but check out what happens when I turn the screen. It looks like I turned it off, but look, it's back on, as opposed to when I turn it like so, you can tell the screen's still on. Now this is fully customizable. You'll notice it just off, screen on, off, on. It's actually really cool. You can customize conditions for when it turns on, like when you're using your PIN, pattern, or password, like I mentioned. Also on a per app basis. So let's say I wanted a banking app. I can turn that on so no one can see over my shoulder. What about the clock? I don't want anyone to see what kind of alarms that I'm setting these days. So we go into the clock, and there you go. It automatically turned it on because I'm in the app. And then watch what happens. Watch, I'm gonna press the home button while it looks like the screen's off. And there you go, the screen lights back up. Aside from a per app basis, you can also have notification pop up. So it will actually just cut out the notification alone so you can still see what you're doing. There is also a maximum mode, which will make it a little bit darker at a sharper or a less of a sharp angle if you really want that maximum protection. So I just sent myself a text message, and check it out. When I'm on the side, you can't see that notification at all. There it goes. Oh, look, you can see it when you're directly looking at it, but if you're off to the side, you're not going to be able to read those notifications. This phone has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's actually their thinnest and lightest Ultra phone yet, and they upgraded the wired charging to 60 watts and wireless charging to 25 watts. And no, there's no magnets built into the phone. You'll need a case. Thanks again to TORRAS for sponsoring this video. This is the TORRAS Q3 Air case, and honestly, it turns your phone into a pocket tripod. The big feature is the 360-degree magnetic O stand. You get that solid hinge resistance, and you can lock it at basically any angle. What I like is how fast it is to set up. If I'm typing on my laptop, I can put my phone upright next to it hands-free. If I'm recording a video, set it down, adjust the angle how I need it, and hit record. Oh, and it's magnetic, so you can use those magnetic accessories and snap it onto metal surfaces instantly. This Q3 Air case also offers a lot of protection. You've got reinforced airbag corners. Those corners are designed to absorb impact on drops, so you're getting real protection without adding bulk. The side has a subtle anti-slip texture, which gives you a secure grip, doesn't feel rubbery, and it still keeps a slim profile and doesn't ruin the feel of your new phone. Now on top of that, I'm putting the Orig Armor on the display, and this is important. Regular screen protectors actually disable the S26's anti-reflective display. Orig Armor keeps it there. It uses a 7-layer anti-reflective coating built through magnetron sputtering, which keeps the reflectivity under 0.8%. Regular protectors are around 4.5%. Under harsh light, you immediately see the difference. You have less glare and a cleaner contrast. Also, the front camera stays clear because more light passes through, so no worries about haze or washed out selfies. You keep the protection, but you're not sacrificing the display experience Samsung designed. And finally, the Polar Circle 25-watt wireless charger. This one uses active TEC semiconductor cooling, not just airflow. After charging for a bit, I feel it, and it's actually cold. It just feels like a cold metal without any warmth anywhere. It helps maintain peak charging speeds while keeping temps down, which is better for battery health long term. It also comes with the TORRAS Ice Nano 45-watt fast charger and cable, so if I'm not using wireless charging, I can plug in directly and fast charge. Plus, the 360-degree adjustable stand makes it perfect for desk setups, video calls, or gaming. TORRAS has you covered the Q3 Air and Orig Armor for protection, and Polar Circle to keep things cool while charging. Check them out. I will link to everything down below. Going into the camera app, check out this view. Shutter speed's really snappy, by the way. You can go to that 0.6 time. Look at that view. It's crazy. But now, let's zoom in. There's Alcatraz out there. There's the rock. Let's zoom in even more, 30 times. Look at that. You can go all the way up to 100 times zoom, obviously digitally, but wow, still get some detail. Pretty cool shot of the Golden Gate Bridge as well. This was shot with the 10x zoom. Also, going into more and pro video, I want to point out a few things. Obviously, you can still record and log, but you can record all the way up to 8K 30 frames per second or 4K 120 frames per second. Now also, going back into the regular video, I want to point this out. This is called horizontal video lock. So my horizon is now locked. So I'm gonna record, but watch what happens with the image on the screen as I turn. Look at, it's still recording that horizon, and I'm completely flipping the phone and it's staying still. All right, now I'm playing the video back, and look, it doesn't look like I'm really moving the phone at all. It just locked in that specific position. And of course, don't forget, you can still shoot 200 megapixel shots, so you can get a ton of detail, especially if you're maybe taking pictures of a big city. A really useful new feature in the dialer settings is call screening. To turn that on, and the Galaxy AI Assistant will actually answer the call from an unknown number for you and figure out who it is and why they're calling. There's 2 voices. You can change the speech rate. Actually, there's only one, or it looks like you can download another one. All right, so 2 options, and you can listen to them.
This is what it sounds like when calls are being screened.
Okay.
This is what it sounds like when calls are being screened.
Maybe that speech rate's a little bit too
This is what it
fast.
sounds like when calls are being screened.
There we go, okay. I don't know which one I like better.
It sounds like when calls
Probably
are being
this one.
screened.
All right, so I'm calling from an unknown number now, and here's a perfect example. You'll see wireless caller. You can select call assist, and you can use the live translate feature still, but you can also click on call screening. This is Tim. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And so you see the transcription here of what's being said live because I have the phone next to me. So it's going to let me know without having to answer. I can use a text call, I can answer, or just hang up. Obviously, I'm just blurring out my phone number up at the top. No Bluetooth in the S Pen. It has all the standard features that you come to expect. It doesn't seem like they're really prioritizing the S Pen very much anymore in the Ultra, but they're still keeping it for those people that still want it and want to use it. Quick test of that fingerprint scanner. No, you don't need the screen on for it to work. It's really quick, really snappy. Speaking of, you do get the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, and there's stuff installing in the background, and I haven't had any slowness whatsoever when, you know, playing around with the phone, going through to different settings. Everything looks really good. Anyways, that is everything from me on the brand new Galaxy S26 Ultra. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. If you're gonna pick one up, like I said, all the links will be in the description of the video below. Be sure to subscribe, a lot more videos coming soon. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.